What's going on YouTube? Back at you again with another video. JC Cowboys Network. You already know what it is. I know a lot of people was probably thinking, why is a Cowboy fan doing this breakdown? But I am no ordinary Cowboys fan. I do breakdowns on all NFL teams, and this game is about to be fireworks. I got a lot of people that's 49ers fans and Eagles fans, and they've been pressing me to do this video. So Football Nation, you already know the drill. Let's boogie. 49ers, Alpha Dog, Nick Bosa. Right defensive end, left defensive end, / edge rusher. Coming in at 6'4" and weighing in at 267 pounds. Stout player, dip moves, rip moves, and stabs. This is another one of those players that was built in a science lab. Bosa, the exposer. This is a player that the Eagles will have to keep an eye on because he has the athletic ability to ruin his game all by himself. Nick Bosa is one of the most dangerous players in this league, and he has the ability to wreck this game. He is a guy that has the speed and get off, and he will shock you at the point of attack. Leading the league with quarterback hits and sacks this year, this player might be the defensive player of the year, him or Micah Parsons. But the last 8 games of the season, he might have pulled away from my boy Parsons. The thing about him is he can line up anywhere on the line of scrimmage. The 3 technique, the left end, or the right end. So this player is very stout. He knows how to set the edge and play with good gap integrity. So the Eagles offensive line, they're going to have to pay attention to this guy for sure. Alpha Dog, AJ Brown, wide receiver, coming in at 6 foot and weighing in at 226 pounds. This dude literally is a walking touchdown who has the ability to clip the top off the defense, slice you, and go for a touchdown. We're talking about a guy that has been a culture changer. So Lenore and Travarius Ward better have their big boy pants on when they're lining up against this player. AJ Brown is one of the players that had one of the biggest, if not the biggest, impact on the Eagles this season. He runs a 4.4, and with that size and speed, that is insane. He is not the best route runner, but he is no slouch either. He understands spacing and he knows how to gain separation. And the thing that's so crazy is the Titans really gave up on this player, knowing that he was one of the main reasons why Derrick Henry was so successful. You have to respect his speed because he stretches the field and he clips the top off the defense. So they usually keep 2 safeties deep. But that's the main reason why Derrick Henry was so successful last year and Miles Sanders this year. He is built like another DK Metcalf. And those 49er corners had problems with DK, so they gotta lock in and focus or AJ Brown will have a field day against these corners. These are the 2 top dogs that will be the best players on the field come Sunday. It'll be good to see how each team schemes against these guys, for sure. Moving on to these quarterbacks. Jalen Hurts is one of the guys that really surprised me, being one of the most dangerous dual threat quarterbacks this season, pound for pound. I'm a Cowboys fan through and through, and I gotta call a spade a spade. If you're in the MVP conversation, that should tell you all you need to know about this player. If they're going to have a chance to win this game, Jalen Hurts is going to have to do what he's been doing all season. Running an RPO, picking his shots deep downfield, and most importantly, running with his legs and running with Miles Sanders. He was hurt towards the end of last season with a shoulder injury, so we'll see how it plays out against that vicious front 7 of the 49ers defense. Now let's get to Brock Purdy. Fresh out of Iowa State, the saving grace at that school, the all-time passing leader and touchdown leader at that school, who was the last pick of the draft. Mr. Irrelevant. Not irrelevant anymore. He came out and found ways to win. 7 games straight, you have to respect this kid. He literally went out there and beat the Seahawks and beat my Dallas Cowboys in the brightest light and didn't fold. The Dallas Cowboys actually played very, very good defense against this player, but he still found a way to get it done. So Kyle Shanahan is the guy that really gets his flowers on this one. He set the system up so it will allow the quarterback to go out there and not try to do too much. Give the ball to your playmakers and let those guys make plays, and that's what they've been doing all season. This shows that if you have the right quarterback and the right coach, you can go out there and beat anybody that you line up against. Key matchups in the gridiron. Lane Johnson versus Nick Bosa. This is literally the best matchup that I am most excited to see. Bosa being one of the best defenders in this league and Lane Johnson not allowing a sack in 2 years. This is the closest thing to the clash of the Titans. Not only will that be a big time matchup, but Nick Bosa and Malata as well. Because Malata is like a big bear and you have to be very technique against this guy. Because if he puts those clamps on you, he will be able to get you out the way and stymie you at the line of scrimmage. As far as Eric Armstead and Javon Kinlaw, they'll be going up against guys like Landon Dickerson and Jason Kelsey. So the battle in the trenches is going to be fireworks. There are so many athletes on both sides of the ball, it is crazy. The Eagles defensive line got guys like Josh Sweat, you got Jordan Davis, you got Brandon Graham, and you got Hassan Reddick going against McGlinchey and Trent Williams. So the trenches is going to be crazy this game. Let's get to these two big country tight ends, Dallas Goedert and George Kittle. These two have the athletic ability to take over this game, and they both run good routes, and they also stretch the field. So both teams have to game plan to stop these guys. Christian McCaffrey, Brandon Ayuk, and Deebo Samuels all have a chance to make some noise. And when it comes to C-Mac, he was a player that was traded to the mid-season, and this made them really take that next step. He has the ability to line up in the slot, in the backfield, on the outside. He is everywhere on the field, and he can stretch the defense. He slices defenses, so you have to account for him. Defensive ends, linebackers, safeties, everybody has to be a collective unit when you're trying to stop this player. As far as Deebo, he's the one that's the yak demon, so you have to really be able to tackle. All the secondary, everybody's going to have to tackle this guy. He will make his plays, but you have to slow him down. He is a big-time athlete, and Brandon Ayuk is as well. Brandon Ayuk has been their top wide receiver this season, and he is most successful when people are trying to run coverage zones against him, because he has a knack for finding holes in coverages, running basic waggle plays, and if Brock Purdy gets time, he will hit him and have big chunk yards. So Bradbury and Darius Slay, you got to have your big boy pants on and lock in and focus. Keys to victory. Jalen Hurts will have to run his RPO, run the ball, and take his shots to beat the 49ers, as well as the defense slowing down all of those athletes I just named on the 49ers. With the 49ers, continue doing what you do best. Run the ball and keep the ball out of Purdy's hands, and you will have success in this game. Dre Greenlaw and Fred Warner is going to have to be at the top of their game if they're going to get a win in Philly. This will be a big-time showdown, and Philly's crazy fans losing their mind in this stadium. This game is going to be fireworks, Football Nation. This is about to be a big-time game, Football Nation. This is going to be crazy because this is going to be a battle of the trenches. Both of these guys draft well, the 49ers and the Eagles. So having these guys all on the field, all football fans are going to be locked in. Like I said before, we love to do these breakdowns. This stuff is straight fireworks, man. I have enjoyed this whole season, and it's Cowboys all day. But at the end of the day, it's Cowboys Nation all day. But we have to keep moving forward because we did not get it done. But like I said before, AFC and NFC Championships, that's about to be fireworks, and I'm going to be locked in. So make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe so y'all can come vibe. You already know what it is. Gone.